times on the flight today. That's very important. Should be low and tight, so don't take those off. If you look up to the ceiling, there's a bunch of vents up here. You can open them, you can close them, and you can redirect the airflow. So adjust those however you like them. You guys have a big vent up there that blows a lot of air, so feel free to mess around with that. Comfort item I hate bringing up, but once a month or so somebody will need it. Aloha bags. They are stashed throughout the cabin. You'll find a couple up here, right side below the pockets, backs of the seats. So if you're not feeling good, feeling a little queasy, feeling a little sick, make sure you get a bag out, have the bag ready, use the bag properly. Obviously, if you need the bag, you're having a little bit less fun than I would like you to have, but let me tell you, without the bag, you will be miserable and everybody else as well. It's a pretty small cabin here. To avoid that, make sure you look outside. So if you keep looking at the horizon as we fly, you're much less likely to get sick. Your brain doesn't get confused between what you see and what you feel, and it helps a lot. So obviously have your phones out, take pictures, videos, that's why you're here. It's very important. But don't be heads down on the screen, that's what makes you sick. Look outside. We do have a video system on board. There's a couple outside cameras, and then we got the Shaka cam right up there, so you can say hi to the camera. Get your face into the picture as we fly around, so you're on the video. Those videos are available at the end of the flight from the ground crew. When you get back in, they'll play it for you. Microphones, you guys are sharing. Right behind me, you're sharing. You have your own. They're pretty straightforward. You push the black button, talk into the top. So talking into the top is important. Sometimes people try to talk into the side. Doesn't work well. Talk into the top. If you're talking to me, I'm an old pilot. I work in a noisy helicopter all day long, so my hearing's not that great. Get them really close to your lips, speak loud and clear, and then I can hear you. There are times when you have a question and I don't react at all. The reason is that my headset's a little different from yours. I listen to air traffic control and other pilots, and when they talk, you guys get blocked out. Happens a lot here. It's a very busy airspace. So if you have a question and I don't react, just repeat it a couple times. You'll cut through the clutter. I'll hear you, and then I can follow up. Same thing, you'll see my lips moving and you won't hear anything. I'm talking to air traffic control. When we depart here, I'm turning the microphones off. That's a FAA requirement. They have to be off while we're in the Honolulu airspace. Once we get cleared out, I will turn them back on, and I'll let you guys know when I turn them on, so you're not trying to use a microphone that's off. And that's about it. Other than that, sometimes we wait here a little bit for air traffic control. Just be patient. Sit back, relax, enjoy the music, and then I will talk to you guys once we're up in the air. Everybody good? This is we're departing here. Your microphones are still going to be off for a little while. I'll let you know when I can turn yours on. On our left side here, we've just passed the harbor area. It's not the most beautiful spot, but of course quite important. This is how a lot of our goods come in. Almost everything comes into Oahu first, and then from here they ship into the other islands with barges. There's a lot of barge traffic going back and forth between the Hawaiian Islands. Downtown area here on the left side. Up ahead on the left, downtown is a very nice beach. This is Ala Moana Beach, Ala Moana Park. Very popular with locals if you come down here on the weekends. A lot of groups and families have picnics and barbecues here. Alawai Canal coming in. On the other side of the canal we have Waikiki. Waikiki translates into spouting water. So back in the old days, this whole area here was a big swamp, big wetland, and then they built the Alawai Canal. They drained all that water, and that made the construction here possible. Now there's over 100 hotels here, so quite busy and built up. We're going to make some turns here at Waikiki, so both sides should get a good view of that. Up ahead, straight ahead, we have the downtown area. Right side, now you're looking down into Waikiki. Then as I turn the other way, you can look down at the beaches here. Up ahead, Kapiolani Park and the Zoo. And behind that, of course, we have Diamond Head. Diamond Head, the iconic mountain of Waikiki. There's a Diamond Head here on our left side. Very popular hike. It's so popular you need a reservation now. A couple places on the island where we've introduced these reservation systems to try to manage the crowds a little bit better, make it a better experience for people. It's a circular crater, parking lots in the middle. The hike uses a lot of old military infrastructure, little walkways, tunnels, and staircases. Generally, it's a pretty easy hike up. See some of the old bunkers down. They're no longer used by the military. And starting down here on our left side, we have the Diamond Head neighborhood. So from here up to where the golf course is on the left, Diamond Head neighborhood is some of the most expensive real estate in the Honolulu area. Waterfront through here, looking at double-digit millions for the land. They had a property that sold down here about a month ago for $65 million. Set a new record here. The golf course there on the front left, Waialae Country Club. That is the most exclusive on the island. They play a PGA Tour event here in early January, the Sony Open. It's a nice hotel in the middle there, Kahala Resort. Kahala, nice beach down there. They also have a dolphin program, so it's one of 2 places on the island where you can do dolphin encounters. And everything you see out here is still the Honolulu suburbs. We have over 1 million people on Oahu, so by far the most populated of the Hawaiian Islands. The city stretches out quite a bit. In front of us there we got peninsula there. That's the Cocoa Head Peninsula. The mountain to the left, it's a little bit taller, Cocoa Crater. As we get a little closer, you'll see there's a line going up the front of that mountain. Then the neighborhood, with all the water, that's Hawaii Kai. Yeah, Hawaii Kai with all the water there is the only place on the island where we have a lot of properties that have boat docks right in front of the house. It's a good place to live if you have a boat. And then we have now been cleared out of the Honolulu airspace. I'm turning the microphones back on, so feel free to use those now. You can talk to each other, talk to me. Looks like we have one big group plus Gary. Somehow they let you onto their flight, huh? Where are you guys all from?
So I live by Pensacola area.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
Upstate New York.
Uh-oh.
Upstate New York.
All right.
Same.
Well, welcome everybody. I hope you guys are having a good time here, enjoying yourselves. Pretty typical day. Tends to be pretty windy here. We have trade winds almost all the time. A lot of benefits to our weather from that. In the summer it never gets crazy hot here, and when we get rain showers they tend to blow by very quickly, so 15-20 minutes usually. If you have a little bit of rain it's usually gone, but it does make helicopter tours a little bumpy here and there, so you'll feel that as we fly around the mountains here.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick. So I'm a student pilot, been working on my PPL. Never been in a helicopter before. I think I'm a convert now.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive. A lot more fun. Yeah, so on the back side here we got, on the left side, the back side of the peninsula, we got Hanauma Bay. We're going to make some turns again here at Hanauma Bay. It's another crater, it's just filled with water now. Very nice beach, nice place to go snorkeling, but it does require a reservation and it's closed Mondays and Tuesdays, so you'll see there's nobody down there today. The reservation system now limits the number of people to less than 1,000 a day. They used to get over 3,000, so it's a much more pleasant experience now, but you do have to plan ahead. So I'm going to make a turn here, back. You'll be able to look back to the city. You'll also get some views down into Hanauma Bay on the right side. So straight back you got the city, and on the right side now you're looking down into Hanauma Bay. So you can see the empty beach, the reef right in front of it, so that's where you go snorkeling. So you walk right off the sand and go snorkeling. It's a very nice spot. Coco Crater here on the left side. The line that goes up the front of the mountain, that's the hiking trail. Follows an old railroad track. So you use the old railroad ties like steps to climb up. So short, but relatively intense.
What was on top of that they want to put a railroad in?
Say that, get a little bit closer.
What was on top of that?
That was a military installation. Yeah, middle of the crater is a botanical garden. So down in there, very quiet and peaceful. It's very different from the top. The top can get a little crazy. A lot of people use it for exercise, so people go up and down the stairs. And in front of us here we have Makapu'u. So Makapu'u is the easternmost point of the island. There's a hiking trail going up Makapu'u, so this is a very easy hike. This is like a sidewalk going up the mountain, paved all the way to the top. There's a little lighthouse on the outside of the cliff there. The viewing area is right above that up on the mountain. Some pretty good views from up there on the backside. You're looking down over the cliffs. And then on the left side there, we got Sea Life Hawaii, that building complex coming into view now on the left. They have dolphin shows, swimming with dolphins, big luau's. And then the two islands here in front of us, these two islands are off limits to people. They are sanctuary for seabirds and monk seals. So the monk seals are an endangered species, very heavily protected here on the Hawaiian Islands. Other islands you'll see on the tour today, people will take boats and kayaks out and explore a little bit, but these two you're not allowed to go. And then starting here on our left side, we have the cliffs of the Ko'olau Mountains. So the Ko'olaus are the leftovers of a big volcano that created this side of the island a couple million years ago. So the last eruptions we had here on Oahu about 100,000 years ago. So there's no volcanic activity anymore on Oahu. If you want to see the active volcanoes, you have to go to the Big Island. And they've been very active over there since last December. I think we're on episode 25 now of lava fountains. Nice beach down here, Waimanalo Beach, popular with locals, not a lot of tourists. So it's only busy on weekends and holidays. And then we got the old runways of Bellows Air Force Base here in front of us. No longer used by airplanes, but the Marine Corps uses it as a training facility. So there's a lot of military activity, but not a lot of aerial activity. In front of us here we got the triple peaks of Olamana. Olamana is an interesting hike if you like something very adventurous. You got to be comfortable with very narrow ridge lines and some installed ropes to help you to the top. So if you like that kind of thing, it's a lot of fun, but people do get themselves in trouble up there, and then the fire department helicopter has to go out and get them. So you gotta be careful. So Olamana here on the left side. town on the right side there with that nice crescent-shaped beach. That is the beach town of Kailua. So Kailua is a great beach town. There's a couple people there on top. Great beach town, Kailua, lots of restaurants, shops, and a beautiful beach. Down near the beach in Kailua you can rent kayaks, and then from there you can kayak out to some of those islands you can see over your right shoulder there. One of those twin islands, Mokunui, has a nice little beach on it. So Kailua here on the right side. Left side coming up here we got this quarry, just construction materials that they dig out. And then behind the quarry is the town of Kaneohe. Up against the mountain behind Kaneohe you can see a big highway going up. That's the H3 interstate. It's a very nice drive across the mountains, a lot of beautiful scenery on that. Then in front of us, we got this peninsula out here. Everything out on that peninsula is military. That is the Marine Corps Station, Kaneohe. So all the branches of the military have major facilities here on Oahu. So this is the Marines. Later on the tour, we're going to see the Army, the Air Force, and the Navy as well. Behind tourism, military is our second biggest industry here on the island. A lot of military presence. We've got a little island coming up here on our left side. This is Coconut Island. Coconut Island was used for a TV show way back. Shot the aerial photography for Gilligan's Island here back in the day. The island is now a marine research facility for the University of Hawaii. So Coconut Island here on the left side and the Marine Corps Station there on the right.
The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would...
Then all the shapes that you see down here in the water, these are all coral reefs. So Kaneohe Bay is full of these coral reefs. The bay is very well protected from large waves by the sandbar. Sandbar coming up on our right side, this light area down there. See how the waves break way out there. So no waves in the bay. The sandbar at low tide is just inches deep, so people come out here, walk around on the sandbar. So you'll see people down there. There's tour boats that go out there, and then people walk around on the sandbar. On the weekends, a lot of private boats head out. People fill their coolers with food, drinks, head out to the sandbar and have parties out here. It's a pretty cool spot. You're about a mile out in the water standing there, and then you look up and around and you're surrounded by all the mountains here. Up ahead we have another little island, Chinaman's Hat. So the hat shape, pretty obvious, everybody sees that. In Hawaiian, the island is called Mokuli'i. Mokuli'i means little lizard. So the lizard legend is that one of the Hawaiian gods, she was having a battle with a giant lizard, grabs the lizard by the tail, rips the tail off and throws it into the water. So that's the tail sticking back out. Mountain behind it is supposed to be the lizard, head on the right side, stubby tail on the left. It's very typical for Hawaiian mythology. A lot of it relates to landscape and how the gods supposedly created it. people take kayaks out to the little island and then climb that little hill there. So to our front right, there's a big parking lot with all those cars. That's Cooler Ranch. Popular tourist attraction. A lot of people come out here. There's can do zip lining, horseback riding, mountain biking. And the big thing is tours to movie sets. So this valley coming up, Kava Valley, it's been used for over 200 movies and TV shows. They shot scenes here. Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, Jumanji, King Kong. Left a bunch of movie sets standing so you can go around. There's ATV tours, bus tours. A lot of fun. As we fly around the mountains and valleys here, it's a little bumpy here and there. The winds come across the ridge lines and then they swirl around a little bit behind, and that causes a little bit of turbulence, so you'll feel that as we fly through here. So we got Kahana Bay coming up here on the front left. It's a very nice little beach, a really nice setting here between the mountains. So on the windward side of the island, this is the rainy side. 95% of the time we have trade winds here from the east, and then they push clouds and moisture up against the mountains, and then it rains. Tops of the mountains here on the left get over 300 inches of rain per year. So it's an insane amount of water, very, very wet. So this side of the island always looks like this, very lush, very green. On the west side of Oahu, we have places that get only about 10 inches of rain per year. 10 inches of rain is similar to Las Vegas, so quite dry on that side. Mountains in the summer get a very brown, yellow color over there. So we're going to fly into this valley up ahead on our left side here. See if we can spot some waterfalls back in there. Yeah, so you're going to be looking up into the valley here on the left. See some small waterfalls there on top already. Got some medium waterfalls down there at the bottom, and then the big waterfalls starting to come into view now in the middle there. Bottom of the waterfall is a big hole in the Hawaiian mythology that is the entrance to the underworld. I'm going to turn left here. And on the left side as I come around, going to be able to look over your left shoulder back down into the valley as we leave, and get another view of the waterfall down there.
Be when darkness falls, your
So the big waterfall down there that we saw, that's Sacred Falls. Biggest waterfall on Oahu. And the only way to see it now is with a helicopter. So back in the old days, there was some hiking up in that valley, but they had a landslide and it killed 8 people, so they shut all that down. So helicopters only now, and about 30% of our flights we cannot get in there because the clouds are too low over the mountains. So we're still flying along the Kola Mountains. So the Kolaus with those 300 inches of rain on top are our most important natural resource. This is where all our water comes from. Little town there on the right side, that is Laie. Laie is where the Polynesian Cultural Center is located. Big shows there, pretty high quality. A lot of people come out for those shows. From Waikiki takes close to 2 hours to drive out to Laie, so it's a relatively long drive. Then the next little town on the right, behind the first set of wind turbines there, that's Kahuku. Around Kahuku we have shrimp farms. So if you do a tour around the island with a car and you drive through Kahuku, they have all kinds of farm stands and food trucks. So you can just pull over, get yourself some garlic shrimp on the way. Popular place to stop for lunch. And straight ahead there we got those golf ball looking structures, those spheres. That is the Opana radar station. So Opana is famous or infamous because there was an experimental radar here that during the attack on Pearl Harbor they actually tracked the Japanese airplanes coming in. The problem was they were expecting some American planes from California. That's what they thought it was, so they'd never raised the alarm. So Opana there straight ahead. To the front right, once we get past this cloud, you can see a big building down there on the coast. That's Turtle Bay Resort. Turtle Bay is the only hotel that we have on the north shore of Oahu. Couple nice golf courses, nice beaches, beautiful hotel. Very different atmosphere up here from Waikiki, much more relaxed and laid back. Yeah, so now we're up on the north shore of Oahu, famous for surfing. Usually don't see a lot of surfing going on in the summertime. In the summer we usually have only small waves up here. So in the summer people come up to the north shore, swim, snorkel, enjoy the beaches. Winter is when we get the waves, then the surfers come up here for big competitions. Yeah, so this stretch coming up here on the left side, stretch of sand here, this is where the pipeline breaks. Pipeline is one of the most famous surf breaks in the world. So in the winter, this is where they have a lot of the big competitions. So as you kind of follow the shoreline here, we got the pipeline. At the end of the sand, where all the rocky stuff is, that's an area known as Shark Cove. A little further up is a little bay with a nice beach in it, that's Waimea Bay. We're going to make some turns again here at Waimea Bay. Then if you continue along the shoreline all the way out to the end, you got Kaena Point there straight ahead, out in the distance. That is the western end of Oahu. It is also the one spot on the island where there's no road along the edge. So you can drive to the end of the road and hike out, but you cannot drive around it. And Kaena Point is the reason why you cannot do a full circle tour around Oahu with a car. So we'll make a turn back here, give you guys on the right side a view of the beaches as well. So as we turn back here, straight ahead now we got Waimea Bay. Then coming up straight ahead below now is Shark Cove. And then you can look back across the pipeline all the way back to Turtle Bay Resort up ahead there. On the right side now you're looking down into Shark Cove. So Shark Cove is shaped a little bit like a hammerhead shark. There's no sharks in there. See how clear the water is down there. So Shark Cove, one of the best snorkel spots on the island when there's no waves. When the waves crash into the rocks there, it can be quite dangerous, so you do have to be aware of the ocean conditions. Then we got Waimea Bay here. It's another famous surf spot. So Waimea Bay is where they hold the Eddie Aikau Invitational. The Eddie is the Super Bowl of surfing. So a few months back when it was held, there were 50,000 people down there on the beach watching. It was insane. Little valley going up the mountain there on the left side, that's Waimea Valley. It's a nice botanical garden, and then back in the valley the main attraction that they have is a waterfall that you can swim in. It's a little touristy, but if you go early in the day before the crowd show up, it's actually quite a bit of fun. A lot of the area here on the right side in the old days was sugar cane fields. So sugar was big business on the Hawaiian Islands up until the 1990s. After that, it got too expensive to grow sugar here, so the entire industry is gone now. No more sugar production here. Town there on the right side with the boat harbor, that is Haleiwa. Haleiwa, great place to visit if you go up to the North Shore. Lots of...
what are those on the left? Are those like solar panels or something?
Solar panels and the wind turbines. Yep. So Haleiwa, worth a visit. A lot of restaurants, shops, galleries, big food truck area. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, the wind turbines are probably 15 years old. They have not built any new wind turbines here in a long time. Everything now is big solar farms. Below us on the right side, right around that little pond there on the right, we have coffee plantations. So coffee is now the #1 cash crop on the Hawaiian Islands. All the islands grow coffee. If you check the price on 100% Kona, crazy expensive. That's why everybody's big into coffee now. And then the big fields coming up on the right side that are all the same shape, the same width, that's pineapple. Takes about 2 years to grow pineapple. So they have a rotational system here. There's places where they're planting right now, other places where they're harvesting at the same time. So there's always fresh pineapple coming off these fields all year round. So you can see the pineapple fields down here on our right side. Different colors of the fields, different stages that they're in. Very expensive to grow pineapple here on the Hawaiian Islands, so only for local use now. Right in front of us you can see a military helicopter there filling a bucket down in that little pond. On the right side over towards the mountain you can see there's some remnants of a wildfire over there that they're putting out. That's what they've been working on. Right below us here on the right side is the Dole Plantation Visitor Center. It's a popular place to stop. You go up to the North Shore, people stop here, get ice cream on the way up. Yeah, so right side over there against the mountain, you can see where the fire was. It's all gray and black over there on the side of the mountain.
Like a lemon drops high above the...
Then to our front right we have Schofield Barracks. Schofield is the major army facility on the island. So we saw the Marines earlier at Kaneohe. This is Army. Right in front of us below is Wheeler Army Airfield. Wheeler is one of the first places that was bombed during the attack. So back then it was all airplanes down there. Those airplanes got destroyed on the ground before they even got into the air. Now it's all helicopters down there. The Army flies helicopters, the Air Force and the Navy fly the planes. We'll see that later. The mountains on the right side here. This is the Waianae mountain range. The Waianaes are the leftovers of a second volcano. Yeah, so two volcanoes created Oahu, the remnants on either side here. And below us here we got some fruit farms. So these dark green fields straight ahead, those are banana fields. The bananas that we grow here, they're called candy apple bananas. A little bit smaller than regular bananas, very, very sweet. You find them in our grocery stores. And then up ahead, you start to get some nice views down to Pearl Harbor. So from up here you can see the three sections, the three locks. And there's an island in the middle, that's Ford Island. So we're heading down to Ford Island, check out some of the historical sites down there. We're going to re-enter the Honolulu airspace. I'm going to turn the microphones back off, but I'll still be able to point things out for you as we fly through there. Got Mililani here on our left side. Still some growth out here. So as you look to the front left there, it's an area with all that red dirt. That's where they're building a whole new planned community. Been out here too, so straight ahead, it's big solar fields up against the mountain there as well. Just in front of us, the middle lock of Pearl Harbor, we got these ships. These ships are mothballed, so they're no longer used for much, but they look very cool as they come across, provide some excellent scenery here as we enter Pearl Harbor. Kind of a cool view here. You got the ships, you got Ford Island behind, and then in the background you got the city and Diamond Head. Then up ahead you can start to look across Ford Island. On the far side of Ford Island is the battleship Missouri. So the Missouri is sitting right where Battleship Row was during the attack. That was the main target area for the Japanese. You can see where the old runway went down the middle of Ford Island. You can see the old control tower there, straight ahead, that red and white structure. Then on our side of Ford Island, we have a couple piers. There's a little white pier, and then out in the water is a rusting hulk sticking out. So that's the Utah Memorial down here. So the Utah, it's another ship still underwater out here. Then we got the Arizona, and then the Missouri. So the Missouri, the battleship, and the Arizona, that white building over the water. The memorial. The ship is underneath that, under the water. Get some views out of the right side first. I'll be making some turns here so you guys get some good views out of all sides. So now you get views out of the other side. Got the Arizona and the Missouri. I'll get over to the Utah so the left side gets a view of that as well. So you got the Utah down here now on the left side. Up ahead, you're looking out into the flat part of the island. It's the Eva Plains out there. Used to be all sugarcane fields out there. Now all developed. There's a lot of golf course communities out that direction. Yeah, so across the bridge on the far side, we have the visitor center with the submarine that's anchored there, the bow fin. And straight ahead here we have Aloha Stadium. So Aloha Stadium, the NFL used to play the Pro Bowl here back in the old days. Then we're almost back at the airport. I want to thank you guys for flying with me today. I hope you had a good flight. After we land, the crew will come out and open up the doors from the outside and then walk you guys back in. Then they'll show you the videos as well. If you had a good time and you do online reviews, we always appreciate a good online review. That's how a lot of people find us now. And we do have feedback cards for the pilots as well. Always appreciate a little note from my passengers. So naval facilities here on the right side. And to the front right, you can see the Air Force Base. So Hickam Air Force Base shares the runways with the airport. So pretty interesting flying environments, a lot of cool planes here. Straight ahead we. So left side here we got the airport, right side the Air Force Base. Cutting across the runway here. If you look straight ahead, you can see a F-22 taking off there. Now heading up. Second one there.